Hello and welcome to this video. In a previous video I already spoke about Pybricks coming to the LEGO Mindstorms EV3, and now there's a public version that everyone can try out. To test the version you can go to labs.pybricks.com, and you need a Chrome-based browser, so you need either Google Chrome or Chromium or a Microsoft Edge or a similar browser. But what is Pybricks and what's the advantage of it? Basically, Pybricks is a third-party software development environment for the powered up system, or at least so far for the powered up systems, which has the advantage compared to the powered up app that you can run the programs directly on the hub. And it's also compatible with third-party controllers, like the Xbox controllers, for example, and with the LEGO powered up remote and so on. Of course, not all of the features will be available for the LEGO Mindstorms EV3. For example, it doesn't contain the Bluetooth module to communicate with the Xbox controllers, but it's still interesting for the EV3, first of all because it's a new software, because it's pretty simple, and because the booting times are much faster than they are normally. And it might also be possible to use the environment with more operating systems compared to the official ones. I installed this website labs.pybricks.com already on as an application. I will also link this in the video description. There are basically two ways to program it. There's a graphical user interface and a text-based user interface. In this video, for the simplicity, I will show the block-based interface. So I already registered in this app. In order to use the block-based system, you have to get a license for Pybricks, which you can either do by subscribing to the Patreon, or you can pay a one-time fee and then you can basically buy the program, which I did. And there's also documentation, but so far it seems that the EV3 is missing. I'm not sure when it will be added, but so far the documentation doesn't help much when it comes to the EV3. I already said that the booting times are faster. That means that there's a new operating system that you can use and that you have to install to the EV3. It's a bit sad that there's no option to use it with an SD card, so you could simply swap the SD card out and then use another operating system. That's how previous operating systems did it, but this one has to be installed into the memory of the EV3. And to do that, we have to go to the settings. And then there's the option to install the Pybricks firmware. There you have to select the EV3 hub. Next, you have to accept the license, and you can change the name, and then you have to follow the instructions. And it's possible that this changes in the future, but at the moment you have to make sure that the hub is turned off, and then you can press and hold the right button, you can press the center button, and then there should be this update screen. And now you can connect the USB cable. It's a mini USB cable to the PC port of the EV3. And then you can click on install, select the EV3 firmware update and connect it. This will install the new firmware, which is also pretty fast, and then it will boot into the new firmware. This is the new firmware. And here are the programs that are uploaded to the EV3. Then you can see some additional apps. This looks a bit like the official software, but it's not the official software. They simply remade a few apps. For example, there's this motor button control, and then you can use the buttons to control the EV3. And then there's the version information. So let's test it out and write a simple program. I will do a block-based program for the simplicity. So I will simply call it test. And now there are these blocks. First of all, we have to tell it which sensors and motors we use. If you want to use the screen, for example, I think that you need to include this EV3. Or at least for some things you have to include the Pybrick. And then you need to add a motor for the motor and a sensor for the infrared sensor. In my case, it's the infrared sensor. You can find the EV3 and NXT sensors below the powered up sensors, and the NXT sensors are also compatible with the EV3. So I also have an infrared sensor. And then in the program, I basically want to change the speed of the motor depending on the distance in front of the sensor. So I will use a loop. And then I want to set the power of the motor according to the distance of the sensor. And for that, you can simply use the sensor distance block. On the right, you can also see how the code would look with a normal, like if you coded it with text. So if you haven't bought Pybricks, you can copy this program and then it should also work the same. Also make sure that the sensor is connected to the right port. In my case, it's connected to sensor port 4, which is here. So let's connect the EV3 to the computer. Currently only USB connections are supported, and then you can simply click on connect using Bluetooth, using USB and connect. And now I can start the program and it directly starts. And then I can change the distance of the hand to the motor or to the sensor, and then the speed changes according to the distance. So this works. That's basically everything that I wanted to show in this video. That's how you set up Pybricks on the LEGO Mindstorms EV3. You can decide on your own if it makes sense, because there are some things that are not supported yet, which are supported in the official software probably. Yeah, but you can play around with it, try it out, and then decide on your own. To return to the original firmware, you can go to restore official LEGO firmware, and then you have to do this turn off and press and hold the button and so on again, and then you can click on, okay, then you can select a firmware and then click on restore. That's how you can return to the original LEGO software. Of course, all of the programs you made will be lost by that. That was it for this video. Please tell me in the comments if you tried it out and if you experienced any issues, or if you are pretty happy with it or whatever. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video, and bye.